Today I have gone to see Dr. Abella, the psych registrar, and have captured everything on film.
For the purpose of this interview, please state your full name and your age.
Mr. Shane Warren,
What is your occupation?
engineer,
How many years and months have you been in that occupation?
about 9 years and 5 months.
Can you recall how many days it has been since the execution of your active employment within the current industry or the current job that you are undertaking?
No.
Memory loss? Qualified, sir?
Yes.
What are your qualifications?
Bachelor of Engineering.
How long did it take you to obtain those qualifications?
3 years.
Content in your profession?
Yes and no. I think about change. My job can sometimes get dangerous.
That, sir?
Well, I work with dangerous chemicals and work a lot with electricity.
You always go from job to job?
No.
I see. Do you have scattered thoughts?
Not really.
For example, how are your emotions? Do they change very often? Have they changed recently?
They don't, but a good mate of mine passed away recently. I wasn't happy, I guess.
So a close friend of yours died recently. How did that affect you?
Well, I was sad.
Scale of 1 to 10, how was your mood before his death, and how was your mood when you found out about his death?
My mood was normal. Good, I guess. But when I found out about his death, I was devastated.
Quite an elevation of mood. I see this is not a regular pattern of yours. Let me propose, or shall I say, introduce a scenario through your past experiences. That would nonetheless be a hypothetically induced perception of reality, which in essence might seem somewhat doltish under dire circumstances such as this, but indeed will be somewhat necessary to attain the quantitative synthesis of information I so deem appropriate to come to terms with my professional analysis. Thus deduced will be quite a prognosis that will not only satisfy myself, but also my fellow colleagues. Do you understand this?
Yes?
Have you heard strange noises before?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you hear them?
At home and in my backyard.
Backyard, you say. Now when you heard these strange noises, what time was it?
Close to midnight.
It's pretty late. Did you react diversely to such noise at that hour of the night?
Well, yeah, I took out my registered firearm. I thought it was a robber.
You seem to have lost touch with regular behaviour that correlates to a normal person. Seems like paranoia. From your information, I believe you may be suffering from acute psychosis, and you also show signs of bipolar. I believe the only true way to combat this is through both medication and psychotherapy. But before I write out your script and schedule for therapy, I need to ask you a few questions to understand what methods would be best to treat you during therapy, and also to understand and attain what medication would best suit you. Do you understand this?
Yes?
Visualize your chair. What are the first thoughts that come to your mind?
Too bloody to sit on it. Why would you ask that?
And once you sit down on that chair, have you ever had strange thoughts that that chair might fall apart or collapse, or that the table is too low or high?
Yes, I guess a few times.
I see. This is deeper than I thought. Do you think you're special? And do you think you have talents?
Well, yeah, everyone is special, I guess. My mates say I'm a good football player.
You are dangerously in delusion, sir. And I mean no offence. But these thoughts of yours do not correspond to reality, you see. How do you open your pencil case or laptop? The case for it. Do you open it slow, medium or fast?
Medium?
Well, the speed at which you open up the case doesn't sound aggravated, but it's close to fast. It's close enough to fast. So, do you get much sleep?
Not really. Kids are always waking me up. I've got to get up at 4:30 for work.
Well, I understand you have children and a job, but I should inform you that your illness may perhaps be a contributing factor to your decision making, which possesses you to sleep for only 5 hours at a time when you should be really sleeping between 7 and 8 hours a night. So you're not getting 2 hours sleep. That's a problem. Okay, well, I have made a decision. You will remain under a CTO, but I will release you from our clinic without holding you here against your will because you don't seem to be that out of touch with reality, though there are some startling problems, obvious problems. Take care and call us soon as you feel. If any symptoms persist that I have highlighted, definitely get in contact with me as soon as possible. Thank you, Mr. Worrell.